Hey guys, what's up? This is Wasik Ahmed Fahim. So today I'm going to share my review on new released Ancient OS for K20 Pro. This ROM comes with the Android version 11 with latest security patch, and the stock kernel will be Perf. But in the first boot I have changed my kernel to not kernel, and the Miscellaneous is permissive. For now the ROM is in test build, so it won't boot in enforcing mode. You have to flash permissiver after the ROM, and the ROM comes with two variant. One is GF's variant and another one is vanilla variant. In vanilla you have to flash third-party Google apps like NickGFs or BeatGFs, and this ROM comes with the Miui vendor. So if you are on OSS vendor, you have to flash the latest vendors of your region. So this is the settings of Ancient OS. This is pretty smooth and animation rich, and the Megalith 11 is the customization center. You can find lots of customization in here, and let me show you one by one. From the interface, here you can find the theming zone. Here you can customize the theme of your user interface. Then the settings zone. In settings zone you can select any settings option for customizing your setting. Then the font zone, you can select different types of font from here. Then the system icon zone, you can select different types of icons. The difference of this ROM from the other ROMs that this ROM comes with various status bar icons like iOS, text block, satellite, line, leaf, electro, stripe, EG, fence, etc. I have selected the iOS. Then the data icon style, this will show the LTE or 4G in various styles. Then the brightness style, you can select any of them. I have selected the ancient one. And then the QS panel and notif, I have selected the ancient one for that. Then comes the switch appearance. In the dimension zone you can customize the status bar height, dialog corner radius, and the status bar padding. In quick settings zone you can select the tile style. This ROM has some extra tiles like ancient 1 to ancient 10. Then you have lots of clocks for quick settings, like here I have the One OS style clock. You have the QS style active background style and the QS style disable background style. So that's all for interface. Now the status bar. This ROM comes with the dual row status bar, so you can select any of them. I have selected the iOS style. You can select the dual bar default. In the dual row you can see the ancient logo is being cut, so my advice will use the iOS style for now. Then the clock style, battery indicator, and the battery bar. Then you can also select the ancient logo. There are 3 logos for now. You can select the Volte icon. Those who have the Volte in their country can use this option. It has the network traffic indicator. Then you can select the show 4G instead of LTE. Then you can also enable or disable the data disable icon. You can simply change the background of your clock by enabling this option. You can select any of them. I have turned this off for now. So that was all in status bar. Now the notifications. In the notifications you can see this ROM has the light zone, ambient light zone. This ambient light zone will show ambient light near your device display edges. In the general option you can select the color header icons. You can see the FK manager are showing like colors. Then the notification background opacity, system notification headers in center, then the kill button, show notification count, it will show the notifications of each and every apps. Now the quick settings, in quick settings you have the quick settings background. I have selected the default transparent for now. Then the QS media, blur intensity, blur alpha. Here you can find the header image. There are lots of header images in here. You can select the height of the header image, the opacity of it. Then the battery percentage I have selected next to icon. Then the battery estimate, edit icon, quick settings, quick pull down. Then the QS background style, QS background icon size, I have selected medium, I have selected big for background size. You can also customize the row and columns in portrait and landscape mode, and also there are some options for brightness slider as well. Then the gestures, in gestures you have the USB gesture, in USB gesture you have quick open camera. Then the system navigation, and in system navigation you can see hide the peel under display, and you can also disable the back gesture while you swiping back. Gesture option has the double tap to sleep status bar and double tap to lock screen while you are in lock screen mode. These two options needs system UI restart, so without system UI restart this won't work for the first time. Then the power menu, in the power menu you have the advanced reboot, screenshot, record and hide lock screen. Then the navbar is pretty simple. In animation you have the screen of animations, I have selected CRT. You have the scrolling cache, then the animation style, animation duration and dials animation interpolator. You can see the animations like activity open animation, activity close animation. There are lots of animation in this room. You have the toast animation as well. In the button section you can see the partial screenshot button, volume key, cursor control, then the ring, notification, alarm, voice, Bluetooth, etc. buttons here. And then the battery, this option has the smart pixel. It can reduce the power consumption of your battery when you need some power up your device. Then the sensor block, this will block the unnecessary sensors used by the Google apps or any third-party apps. And the aggressive battery, here you can see the aggressive idle and aggressive standby. Don't enable this aggressive standby. Your Messenger, Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, this notification can delay. Then the miscellaneous, in the miscellaneous you have the setting dashboard option. You can select any of them. I have selected the random icon. Then the charging animation, ambient display, you can see there are lots of customization in here. You can select any of them. And the volume panel has these 4 options for now, and you can also check the radio info. Lastly, the lock screen, you can see there are lots of customizations like AOD icon on lock screen. You can also schedule the AOD start and end time, and there is option for lock screen notification count, transparent notification, then the screen of fingerprint icons, fingerprint pressed colors, then the animation effect. There are lots of animation effects here, and the lock screen shortcut. So let me show you the unlocking speed of this room. This is the screen of fingerprint, and you can see this is very fast and accurate. There are no delay unlocking your device. Awesome. So that was pretty all of the customizations in Megalith 11. And then let me show you the display section. In display section you have the dark UI, blur UI, font size, then the tap to awake and anti-flicker mode, which is my favorite. Then the theming, you can select any clocks from here. It has the additional of fluid and ID clock, and then the lock screen. Advanced settings, you can find the ambient display settings. Lastly, the battery. In battery you can find the thermal profiles, and this ROM has some good thermal profiles. And the PUBG supports 180 sampling rate, which is very impressive from the initial build. Then you can see there are smart charging, which is working, smart cutoff. When your device temperature is 40 degree, it will simply turn off your device charging. And lastly, the battery info and the battery health, and from here you can simply reset your battery. And this is the battery usage data, which isn't available right now as I'm recording after my first charging cycle. Asian has some good clock styles, you can see from here. I use the stock Perf kernel for that, and for gaming and more stability I would recommend it not kernel. As you can see, this ROM also passed the safety net. So out of box it won't pass, but hiding the magics will pass the safety net. This ROM supports ANX, and the portrait mode is perfectly working with 48 megapixel fix. So the magics module of ANX will help you to enable the ANX as well as the portrait mode with it. So that was my review on Ancient OS. Hope you like it. If you like it, then do like, share and subscribe, and share this video to all of your friends who have the K20 Pro or Mi 90 Pro. So hope this video will help you choosing this customization release ROM, and I would recommend it you to use this ROM for once. So that's all. Take care and stay safe.